Well, the end of a very eventful and I'm sure very fulfilling process, hiring the new head football coach. On Friday, we're joined now by Mizzou Athletic Director Mack Rhoades. And Mack, this has got to be nice to get your man in place, but also it's very exciting to welcome Barry in the new role as the head football coach.
Yeah, absolutely. It's nice to get it done. You know, we're sitting here December 4th, and certainly gives Coach Odom a chance to, just kind of get a head start, early start on just staff and certainly the recruiting piece. We still have one weekend left in terms of home recruiting visits, and so he'll be able to take advantage of that. But just excited that that it's Coach Odom, and we finally got to the end of this process, and it was a great process. Really enjoyed it. I'm not sure Coach Odom would say that, but he's certainly the right person, and I think we did a great job in terms of vetting all of the candidates. Had great candidates, and Coach Odom is our head coach.
Tell us a little bit more about that process. How did you go about evaluating your candidates and eventually coming to the conclusion that Barry Odom was the right fit?
Well, before we ever, targeted, and I'd mentioned that earlier, targeted, 5 candidates, we did a lot of vetting. We probably started with 20, 25 candidates, and then just did, again, a lot of internal vetting, back and forth, et cetera, to really land on the 5 that we targeted. Certainly a bunch of phone calls, gathering of data, information, and so that took a little while. And then once we felt good about the 5, we began our process in terms of individual interviews, time with them. Extensive process, a lot of questions, talking about everything. Not just football stuff, but life in general, and hobbies and skill sets and leadership traits and staff, all of those different things. And so and finally came to a conclusion that Coach Odom was the best fit. I told somebody earlier that because we started the process with him, that after that initial visit, my heart was there, and really wanted it to be him, but my mind had to get there. And then it was a matter of just talking to some other really great candidates, special people, and sure enough, just at the end of it, felt really great about Coach Odom.
As you went through that whole process and you evaluated all of that, what was it about Barry Odom that made you say, yes, he's the one?
Yeah, I don't think there was any one thing. I think it was a combination of a lot of different attributes, skill sets. Certainly his passion for Mizzou, his belief that we could win a national championship here, just his insatiable appetite to be the best in everything that we do, not just on the football field, but just across the board, academics, in life, etc. He's got this, fire in his belly. This competitiveness, talked about work ethic. I think work ethic is a talent, and I think he's very talented in terms of that area. Ability to make tough decisions, understands what it is to be demanding and to hold people accountable. And then I told the team yesterday, I said I wanted a coach that coaches our kids hard, that is going to coach them hard and love them up, and I think Coach Odom is all of that.
Toughness, that's a word you used last night, and it's a word that he uses a lot also. And how much did, his interpretation of that word and what that means factor into him being the right guy?
Oh, it factored in a lot. When I think about, our teams, all of our Mizzou team sports programs, I want us to have a toughness. I want when we take that field, we take that court, when we step onto that track, whatever it is, on that baseball diamond, softball diamond, that opponent knows they're in for a game, and because we've got some tough coaches, we've got some tough student athletes, and so to me that's a very big part of who we are and who we need to be.
When he walked through that door over there, just a few feet from us on a Thursday night, and you were immediately mobbed by the players, how did that make you feel?
It did. It made me feel great inside. We didn't choose any one coach or not choose any one coach because of what our players were going to think or not think, but that was just maybe the icing on the cake for me, that they have that much respect for Coach Odom. And I know certainly they may not like him every day, but they know bottom line he has their best interest in mind, and so again that was just great affirmation.
Are you excited to pull back a little bit, maybe decompress some?
Well, there's always something, and I always feel like if you ever take your foot off the gas pedal, you end up getting caught. And so we're going to keep pressing forward, and maybe take a little time to, like I said, buy a Christmas tree, get some Christmas lights up, and enjoy the holiday season.
Well, with Barry Odom in place, it will be a very happy holiday season around here at Mizzou. Mack, thanks for your time.
Thank you, and to all of our fans, we wish you a happy holiday season.